She got it! Welcome to the Merry Boozers channel, everybody.
Yeah,
here we are. Better late than never, right? We had a little snafu there. We had to restart the computer right before the show started, but we're here. We've got our brand new E-Flite 1500 millimeter P-51 Mustang in front of us. We got lots of flying done this weekend.
Had a ball yesterday.
Oh my gosh, we had such a good time. We got to fly with some of the guys from the club this week, and I can't wait for you guys to see the video. We might sneak peek it a little while in the future here. The guys flying the Ultrix new UMX plane, and there was about 4 of them, and man, it was a ball watching them all fly together.
E-Flite.
Yeah, E-Flite. Horizon Hobby makes that airplane.
And they were having just
too
much of a fun. I mean, these guys are...
They were flyers, but they were really flying them hard.
They were flying them hard, and they were having a ball.
And
you can see by the video what they're
it's
doing.
A lot of fun.
They're having a great time.
And guys, I see you all commenting along. Boozers, hello. We're so happy to have you every week, guys, here at the Merry Boozers RC channel. We hope you love our little piece of the world here in the RC community. Tonight we have some of our smart technology stuff sitting over there. I've got my iX12. We're going to have the smart ESC here. We've got the smart batteries, the smart battery checkers. We've been seeing our buddy Pilot Ryan trying it all out here lately and loving it. And so we figured we had to try it to ourselves. So tonight, just a little shout out. If any of you guys decide you have to have a Mustang or a smart technology battery, we might as well support our friends. I've linked in the description. If you don't already know where it is, pilotryanmedia.com. Go support it. It's our buddies. We want to take care of our friends. So he's down there in the description tonight if you decide to get any of these products.
Now, let's talk a little bit about what we did yesterday. Just a small bit.
Okay,
we're not ruining the video, but the T-33.
T-33 is a fantastic airplane.
And I believe when we unboxed it, we both said, you know, this thing has a chance at being a good first EDF. But
military style.
Now, let's classify that. The inexpensive one would still be the Arrows.
Yeah, I still would say if you're on the budget friendly, we still say the Arrows RC Marlin would be our budget friendly EDF.
But now, if you've
got the 6S batteries and you're ready to go full on the hog and you want a military jet,
we used to say the F-86.
Yeah, but I think it's that.
The T-33.
I still say the best if you don't care about scale is the Avant.
Well, of course. But now, how close to the T-33?
George Watts, we thank you so much for that super chat,
George.
brother.
But how close to the? Now, I didn't fly the T-33. I just watched it. But now you flew both of them. How close did the T-33 fly to the Avanti?
It's a lot the same. But because of the straight wing, it flies more like a WARBIRD to me. So the Avanti cuts through the air a lot smoother. The T-33 will slow down a lot better. But that straight wing really gives you a very stable platform. If you guys that have flown some kind of a straight wing trainer, you'll know what I'm talking about here. On the F-86 or the Avanti, you've got that swept wing, and they don't slow down, slow flight characteristics as well. I really love the plane though. And that being said, we also flew the E-Flite SU-30 yesterday. Yeah, and that wasn't what I thought it was going to be, but it was still excellent airplane.
Yeah.
I've never flown an airplane where that battery hangs out so far in front of the wing. And it just makes for a different flying experience. It's still an excellent airplane. Absolutely epic to fly. But it's different than anything I've ever flown before.
The inertia on the front.
Right, and we all kind of had a big talk about that.
But the thing is that the T-33 almost sets up like a WARBIRD.
Yep.
Don't I remember the elevator take if you want it to be docile.
I used 80% for my high rate on the T-33 for my elevator. I did not use the 100% throw. It didn't fly bad with 100%, but I thought that sweet spot was the 80%, and I left it at 100% throw on the aileron.
I don't want to ruin the video, but if you guys can fly something like this, you can
fly that jet to start with, and get it turned over.
And not worry. Well, you almost got the batteries for it.
You do have the batteries with this. This is a 5000.
Well, I understand, but sometimes you buy the less.
Well, you need to buy a better quality one if you're. Yeah. And even in these, I really recommend you go and spend the money and buy a good quality battery, like a Spektrum Smart or What is it? Not HSD, but the RC Jetworks batteries have been really good too. Which is the Roaring Tops, or any of those battery packs, guys. You're gonna want to spend a little extra coin and get a real high quality battery.
Higher C rating.
But if you're getting this airplane and you don't already have 6S batteries, I don't see why you wouldn't go with the smart batteries.
Sure, yeah.
And then have your telemetry, and it'll auto discharge and all the stuff that goes along with the smart technology. And we'll get into that a little bit more here in a little bit.
Well, we started buying batteries back when that this wasn't
even
available.
This wasn't even available.
We didn't have the availability. So Papa's got a few. I got like 4 5000s in there. And they were. I actually started buying them for my T-28, the large T-28 is what I.
And they worked fine for it. But now that we're getting to these high draw airplanes, you've got to buy a little better one.
Has a like 40.
He has the HRB batteries, and they've been good. But when we put them in jets, they swell, they puff, they're not holding up.
So just so you know,
so we've spent the money to get some better batteries, and we've really liked them. Yep.
I think you'll be okay with the HRBs if you buy the HRBs with
and
you're
staying with
C rating.
Or you're staying with the prop planes. I just don't see the HRBs holding up on jets. Now some guys, they do. It just hasn't been that way for me, and I've always told you I'd be honest with you from the beginning. And the HRBs haven't been holding up the way I would like them to under flying with jets.
Right.
Now, when we were flying nothing but props, they were great batteries. But now, as we've gone into the jets, we've started flying the RC Jetworks. Like I said, I'm going to try the Spektrum Smart technology batteries. I'm sure they're going to be just fine, though.
And we've always said, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for.
You know, this new technology, the things that these new smart batteries are going to do is just...
And just to throw it out, we're not sponsored by Horizon Hobby in any way. So if you're curious, we paid for this stuff. So it's not that we're just telling you this because we like them. We're trying them, honest to gosh. We're telling you the truth. We bought this stuff. So I didn't buy it. Kevin was trying to buy this. But I'm being honest with you.
Our sugar daddy bought it.
That's right. Is he in here tonight? Kevin, you in here tonight? I don't see you in the chat. He's hiding from us. Man, me and Kevin had such a good time this weekend flying the different jets. That's the reason Kevin's into this, just like we are. We have fun flying together, and that's something I try and get across every week. Get out and fly with your friends, guys. It's one thing to go fly one of these, and I can go out there and do whatever I want, but if nobody's there to enjoy it, what's the point? You gotta fly with your friends. I'm telling you, if you're not flying with a group of guys, find one, because you will have so much more fun in this hobby flying with some buddies. It's more fun. And then you get to show up and be like, look, I got the new Mustang. Ooh. It's half of it.
Yeah, we went down the rat hole of the batteries and
all that stuff. I try not to go into the battery tech. Because everybody's like, this is the best.
No, that's not what you do. But anyway, one other thing I want to mention before we break into this is that I was very impressed with a guy from England that made. He won one of our prizes.
It was the stickers. Yep.
He got them over there. He put a video out about the boozers, and I was so impressed with it. And he came across that he just really enjoyed what we had sent to him. That way it come out to me. So I'm telling, his name is Jeff Nichols. You might see him.
I don't know if he's in here tonight or not.
I don't know if he's in here or not. But old Papa was so impressed with his video that I sent him something else. I'm not going to
ruin it right now. Hopefully we see a video, bro.
Jeff, look in the mail. There's something from Papa coming to you, and that's where we'll end it.
Papa,
but,
jump on the page. Yeah.
And you know, I agree with him. He's probably the first person in the UK to have our stickers, and the next thing I sent to him, he's probably going to be the first one to have one of those too.
And
but anyway,
Dennis Farley, he said, great job on the patch painting video, Papa. Really enjoyed it. Just wanted to let you know, Dad, if you missed that one.
Well, we don't have a whole lot of views on it, but
I knew that video wasn't for everybody, but the guys that wanted to see it, they got to see it.
We had a request, like I've said before, we had a request by one of you, and I don't remember who it was, but we are listening. What I want to say to most of them out there, if you guys, and if we see it, and it's something we can do, we're going to do it for you. And that was one of those requests that it took me a little while to get there and do it, but that eventually we got it done. Mm-hmm. And I hope somebody out there will get an interest to do one by that video is all I want to do. I'm not the best one in the world, but I enjoy doing it. Maybe there's somebody out there like me that would like to do it. And I hope he can learn, or her, learn a small bit from what I showed him on that video. Okay.
Well, okay. So what do you say we start cracking into the box, guys? To be honest, I haven't even peeked at this one yet. So you're going to see it fresh as it comes out the box.
How it comes out of the box.
Who knows? It could be destroyed. I don't even know it. But you're going to find out with us. I hope not.
It's got a dink right there, but that's the only one I see on the
It had one little dink right here when it was shipped, and that was because of UPS, not because of Horizon Hobby. And the good news is this is a Horizon Hobby airplane, so if there is anything wrong with it,
somebody's paying attention to Papa, though, haven't they? What did I say when we flew the Corsair? Now, I know the Corsair is a flight line.
Oh, you like this size.
I like this size.
This is the size of WARBIRD that
Papa stuff here. This is, if you want a WARBIRD, you guys want a WARBIRD,
this is the right size. This is the same size as a 60 size airplane used to be.
Right.
This is your 60
what
size.
What I like about these birds, most of them, it's heavy.
You can see them.
You can see them.
They fly good
power. I mean, since I went to the
6S powered, I mean, you fly just like the old. And on the WARBIRD, you're getting 5 to 6 minutes, so you're getting a good flight time.
Right, yeah. I mean, as much
on
as
a 6,000, you're going to get an 8-minute flight on this at least.
Well, and then I think we're getting 7 minutes out of the Corsair. So, you know, guys, we're almost up to the old gas stuff.
You're getting almost
the old gas
the
stuff.
same
We was about
as
15 minutes, but I don't need 15 minutes anymore. Yeah, that's where we are, and I really believe that the manufacturers understand that this is a good size,
But then again, the 1200s are very popular too, and I really enjoy them too.
I really like
this. I will agree. This is my perfect size range: 15 to 1600 millimeter.
You can see them. They've got good performance characteristics. They're scaled out to where you don't. I mean, you can't ask for anything else.
Are y'all making fun of us because we talk too much? Me and him can get to talking, and we talk all night long. And if you see me looking up right now, I'm trying to read the chat at the same time. We've got y'all on one screen here.
Either, but we appreciate everybody.
All right, here we go. Let's get into this thing, Papa.
Okay,
so
let's get to it.
It's this side.
I don't know.
It's this side. It's this side.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do first, guys, we're gonna start sliding into it. You know, smart technology here.
Sup, Mr. Ryan? I see him.
Pilot Ryan Media, as we said earlier, support your buddies.
Hello.
Support your buddies, guys. Throw it out there again. Throw it out there again, real quick.
What am I throwing?
Guys, if you haven't seen it, we've got Pilot Ryan linked down in this description. Let's support our buddies tonight. If you see something you want to get, go to his link down in the description. Click that crazy order button and get it from our buddy. Like I said, we might as well support our friends while we're doing this, guys. It's just one click. You're going to do it whether you go there or anywhere else, so you might as well support your friends while you're buying this merchandise. I got it right here.
All right.
So he's already done the Spektrum Smart technology, and we're going to talk about some of that tonight also.
I already like the color.
I do too. I've loved the
I
color.
always like the
plane.
yellow. No, I always like this particular color.
Here you go. You want to cut it
Good
open?
choice on the colors, guys. Whoever decided to do this one did the correct.
Now, if I remember right, this is the paint job off of, I believe it was Chuck Yeager's P-51.
No, I don't think so. No,
This is a famous aviator's P-51.
Yeah,
Somebody correct me in the comments, but this was a famous aviator that went with this scheme. So Papa's taking the wing tip out. If you want to bring it over here into the shot. So this is kind of the neat thing on this P-51,
I was looking
guys.
at it. Ooh, it's got rivets.
Yeah, so this is one of the neat things on this P-51. As you see, the wing's coming out in 3 pieces. Well, that's because they've changed the design on this. Instead of having that standard split down the middle or one big piece,
Got this tube.
these clip in from the tips of the wings.
If I'm going too fast, guys, wait just a second.
that sound?
Let's see. I'm trying to. You see it, guys?
There you go. So it's got the quick connects. No screws on these outer wing panels. They just snap into
They're
place.
clips right here. Let's see if I
Yeah.
can get that.
Papa's got
See,
enough
see
there
that
for you.
clip? See the clip right there? That's how it clips in.
There you go. So this
There's
just
2
snaps
of them,
in
one
when
here,
you,
one here.
Yeah, when you get to the field, that
And then-
snaps into the center section of the wing. So you leave the center section of this wing on the airplane for transport. You can leave the gear out and have this standing up, but you can snap off the outer portions of this wing. That is really a cool idea, and I hope they do this on more airplanes.
And that's not a water transfer sticker. That's an
actual sticker.
sticker.
Yep.
Yeah, nothing.
But
water
the panel lines look great.
Yep.
Let me have
Here,
that for
go
just a
ahead.
second. And then see if y'all can see it. It's actually got molded rivets there on the wing. As you can see there. Now, that being said, I'm sure Papa would love to go crazy with some silver rivets on this blue and some black ones
I
on the
have found
white.
out. Yeah, that's a good point. On the
Painted
white,
servo
I used
covers.
black, and now I'm starting to use silver on the real dark colors on the rivets.
You know, these planes have really, in the past year, just started impressing me. I love that they do the painted servo covers now. That looks so much better than just having a black servo.
well, I said it when we did the
Little carbon
Corsair. We said
All right,
that
I'm
the
gonna let you set that off to the
manufacturers are
Stepping up their
each
game.
one of these manufacturers
more.
are having to step up their game because of
They're
people like.
competitive.
Yeah, well, they're competitive, and each one of them has to kind of outdo the other. So
This
you
is
can see it in the
definitely,
quality.
I mean, 10 seconds in.
Oh, look at this! They covered
Yeah,
the
that's what I'm
servo
saying.
too.
10
Just like
seconds in, this is definitely the definitive Mustang right now. This is going to be best Mustang on the market. I haven't
Yeah,
even blood
I
it yet,
think-
but I can look at it 30
I
seconds and
guarantee you-
know.
Well, it's an E-Flite. You know it's going to fly.
E-Flites
well.
are going to fly great.
We've never
There's-
had
You've
a
got
really
your
bad E-Flite
nice
plane.
plastic molded gun ports. You can see them there. You know, it's funny. A lot of guys will hear the Mustangs when they start squealing across the fields. A lot of people will think it's a supercharger. It's actually the gun port that makes that whistling noise on a P-51.
Uh-oh.
Little piece of aviation trivia there. I love this paint job.
Keep
You,
showing it.
you gotta love the look of that, guy. And it's so clean. Look at this. Nothing in here.
Look how sexy it is.
Look how sexy it is, Captain Blosh. Oh, sorry, copyright there.
I want to
Sexy.
pull my clothes off and tickle my butt with a feather. That's what I think you say.
So these are to run, I believe, the inner gear doors right here.
That's enough.
You've got the quick connectors right there.
It is.
I mean, they are really, really thinking these planes out now. And
They're just.
I
getting
like this
better
three-piece
and
wing.
Better by the day, guys. I like
So,
the
yeah, once again,
competition.
that nice three-piece wing, so you can see it. Once again, linked in our description. If you guys want one of these, go support our buddies over at Pilot Ryan Media. He's been with us from the beginning, and I mean, if you're gonna buy one, you might as well support one of us and our friends when you buy it. All it takes is clicking the link once, and it supports your buddies.
I guess that's
That's for the inner gear doors.
really. Okay.
Yeah, because these.
All right.
Yeah, Papa's asking. So what
Okay.
happens is these pop down,
Yep.
then the gear come out, and then they close.
Yep.
And then when you put
Just
them
like
back
the
up,
real
yep,
one.
just like the real one. So that's what these
See,
two servos are for.
You know, guys, I know they're not the first ones to do this, but this is something you've
But
got to do now.
I'm just saying, look how clean this wing is. All your servo connectors come into here. So instead of having a rat nest coming out, they come into these 4 ports back here on the back. And it's all clean. There's no wires exposed. You can see where they ran them in here. I mean, that is some attention to detail right here.
I've got to give
You know,
credit.
a lot of guys have said, oh, it's a lot more expensive, but look at how nice this airplane is built. This is the stuff we've gotten used to from E-Flite, that the quality, you get what you pay for. All the connectors in the wings are embedded. You don't have any wires hanging out. I mean, it's the cat's meow right here. All right, I'm going to set this aside.
Yeah, well, I'm waiting for the feather, Dennis.
I'm going to set that aside so we can get to the next part.
Yep. Oh, you did. Oh, look at this.
Look at this, Captain Blosh. All right, let's wait for this piece for a minute. Here's our wingtip tanks. Now look at this. This is a little bit of detail that I haven't seen on a P-51 before.
Yeah, but we've seen
look
it.
at the fuel sets.
They're trying to cop. This is off of the FMS.
No, this is an E-Flite.
This is E-Flite?
That's the Corsair bomb tanks.
Ah, okay.
FMS is owned by E-Flite, by the way.
Okay.
So they're not copying anybody.
Well, I know, but I mean, they're doing the same thing here they did here.
But look at the quality of this drop tank. I'm just throwing this out here. Look at the fuel tubes and stuff coming out of this. Normally on a drop tank, this is what they call their super scale series, by the way, too. This is kind of a new thing from Horizon. But I mean, look at all the little tubes, the fuel ports, everything on this drop tank is just fantastic.
And the paint is
immaculate.
Awesome. I mean, awesome, guys.
This plane reminds me quality-wise, if you guys have seen an FMS Tiger Cat in the flesh, this plane is reminding me a lot of the same scale details and fidelity of that airplane. And you guys that know me, I think that FMS Tiger Cat is the best warbird in foam ever made right now.
Somebody's saying that the gear doors have very little gappage on them, and I will agree with you. I mean,
they're super tight. Okay, so we're pulling the doors up
tight
here.
again, just so you know.
You can see, I mean, all the length.
I mean, they're smooth.
They're smooth as can be.
About here, I mean, yeah. I just wanted to show people that that's actually right, and I really believe they look really heavy.
Anyway, drop tank. I'm going to set it aside. That is a little bit different mount than I've ever seen for a drop tank. So it keys in. Let me get that up real close. So these are going to key in. And I mean, it's a great paint job. Like I said, I love that they put those little fuel pieces in there that we were talking about a second ago. Isn't that great? Anyway, it's enough drop tanks. Funny enough, I'll never fly it with these on there because I don't like the look of them, but I know some guys love them. I think a P-51 looks the best clean, though.
Did you look and see how many screws?
So, horizontal, I don't know if we're going to put it together tonight, guys. Yeah. I'm not huge on the live putting it together stuff. Here's our horizontal stabilizer. Look at the rivet detail there on the trim tab for the elevator. I mean, that's the elevator trim tab. Pull it back out. Just like the real one would have a counterbalance right there.
Smells like Christmas.
Smells like Christmas. But I mean, it is an absolutely beautiful paint job.
When you was a kid.
Ball link, yep, ball link clevises. There you go. Dog is scratching the hell out of himself right now. There's that though. We should probably get to some of the other parts first before we pull the main piece out still. That's the other wing half. So here's our other wing. Stars on the other side on this one, yep.
Same arrangement. Tube, the two clips with the.
You guys already know I'm not the fastest builder in the West anymore. We found that out, what was it, last weekend? Weekend before. Definitely not the fastest. We take it slow and sexy here.
Again, covered the servo up.
It's just that little bit extra,
and
you know.
And it's ball.
This is all stuff we've asked for in the past, guys, and you've known if we were going to get this kind of quality, you were going to pay a little bit more for it. So I've heard a lot of guys fussing about the price of this airplane, but you're going to pay a little bit more for when you get the better quality. Well, and you're getting more electronic stuff in this one.
Technology's a little bit more in this airplane than the most.
You know, you pay for what you're getting. And I see the value of this airplane. It's like the FMS Tiger Cat. Whenever everybody talked about it to me, I said, oh, that's so expensive. And then I got one and said, I see where the value for the money is now.
Let's see.
Hardware. We've got the prop and the spinner still in there. I'm going to pull the actual fuse out here, though. I know this is the part everybody always wants to see.
Maybe 12 bucks.
Let me see here. Nice detailed pilot. He's holding the stick and everything. He is Lieutenant Dan still. He ain't got no legs. We've got the instrument cluster there. Beautiful cockpit,
I like the tail wheel too.
Yep, the tail wheel is retractable. We'll get there in just a second. I just want to give him a real good look at that pilot. He's kind of the standard FMS pilot you guys have come to know. I like him though. He doesn't look too modern. That red fuel door on a P-51 is very standard. And now let's give you a slow and sexy right across here. Plastic molded exhaust. All your rivets.
I think I kind of like 15 bolts on this. That's just
we're just giving you the nice and slow and sexy.
Somebody probably knows how many there are, but about 15, I think.
Kevin Farros, you are correct. The internal parts are where a lot of the costs are going to come from on this because you've got all the smart technology. But that being said, it has some fantastic detail, and like I said, there's a lot of stuff that I haven't noticed before in this airplane until I've had it right here in front of me.
E-Flite could have picked out a lot easier something to paint than this.
Right, well, and this is something else right here, guys. Look where the wing connects in. You just snap that wing connector in, and then get a good look down the radiator there. They've got the radiator all modeled in plastic. You see that, Dad?
Yep.
That's an actual scale radiator. The tail wheel, guys.
They definitely upped the game for the other people.
Retractable tail wheel. Spring loaded by the look of it. Let me take a look.
Yep.
Yep, it's a spring loaded tail gear. But at least they got a retracting tail wheel. I mean, that's nice.
Huge spinner.
You also have the radiator. So on a real P-51, there's actually a hole right here, just like the real one. Now this would open and close, but on here they just got a slit across here, but that does let the air escape out the back, just like the real deal. I'm going to try and get you a shot of the front. There you go. Not the easiest thing to do. This is a good size airplane. Doesn't look like it yet because we haven't put it together, but this is a good size airplane. Oops, sorry, just whacked the thing. But there you go. Let's see here if I can pop the canopy off for a second. Dad's got the prop
well,
here.
Everybody always wants to know how the prop mounts. Of course, guys, it's 4-blade, and it bolts into here.
Together, yep.
And then the nose gear fits on the front like this, and it's hard plastic, but that's how it goes together. You got that, guys?
Ryan's saying to look at the emulated fabric on the tail. I will take a look at it in just a second. We're going to get now that I got this popped off, give you another real good shot of the cockpit, guys. I like that they added that little bit of detail behind the pilot instead of just leaving it flat. You can see the instrument cluster down in there. Looks real good. There's another shot of that. While we're talking about it, Ryan was saying just look at that. Let's pick this up real quick and get it in front of you guys again. So he's saying they emulated the fabric on the tail, and now I can see it really well that he said it. You take a look at that, and I just bonked the microphone, I'm sorry. There's what he's talking about. And you also have the counterbalanced rudder, just like the real airplane there. And then the rivets in the trim tab, and then the fabric design they put in the tail. Ball link clevets. Can't talk right now. And there it is again. I'll give you a nice shot of that. This blue is absolutely gorgeous in person. I really like this paint job. This might be one of my favorite paint jobs I've seen yet on a Mustang. Now,
I like PD2, but that's,
a PD2 is great. Now, something a little different right off the bat here. I've never seen this receiver. That's a new one for Wesley. I've never seen that little ball. And then I've never seen that little square thing that's going into the receiver before. Now, I know this is all part of the safe system, but I'm learning this with you guys right now. This is my first airplane with the Spektrum Smart anything in it. Until now, I've never seen it, but if you wanted to see it in person, there it is. So it looks like you've got some auxiliary ports to plug in more satellite receivers by the look of it. I'm not 100% sure yet. Like I said, first airplane with it. I'm going to be learning along with you guys and bringing you along for the ride if you're curious about it. Like I said, I've never seen... This looks like it's just a nice thing to put all your wires in. It's kind of nice.
Of course, it does have the...
And then I believe...
gyro built into it.
Yeah, I believe this little black box right here is our smart ESC. So, Ryan can tell me if I'm wrong on that. No bind plug, push button, huh? So just like the new antennaless receivers, I see the push button right here. Oh, I guess I should hold it over here. I don't know how to show you this, guys. Let me get something to point.
Well, one of the other things is I'm looking at the instruction manual. There is 21 pages of English instructions on this.
There is a. Let me show you this real quick. So on the receiver, instead of a bind plug, hold my tongue right. There is a bind button right there. So you're going to push that button to bind this airplane now, instead of using a bind plug.
It says keep away from large metal objects while binding.
Now, that reminds me a lot of the new antennaless receivers. We've been trying those lately and really liking them. Anyway, so that's kind of the plane out of the box. Let's get the box out of the way. We're going to set it up here on the table. You can, yes, and you can do it on the other one too. Oh, I got that up there. It's right here below me. Hang on, it's right here.
Right here below.
All right, let's go front shot for a second while we're fumbling around with everything and get everybody back in the show.
Is it this thing you're looking
I got it right here, Dad. Right here. We're going to set that little dude right... Oh. Hi. Just noticed a problem with that. All right. For a second, we're going to set this dude off here to the side. There we go. Hi, everybody.
So did you mention to me that this plane is offered in 2 versions?
It is. This is offered in the bind and fly or the plug and fly. Now, that being said, if you have a Spektrum radio, buy the bind and fly. For the extra $50, you're getting a lot of features in this airplane, plus a really expensive receiver that you really should just go with it, to be honest. Flying weight. I see a bunch of stuff going on in there. You're wrong on that. You can still bind it traditionally. Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. I understand what you mean. You can either bind it with the regular bind plug or you can hit the button. Either way. Understand what you mean. Sorry.
It says in the manual, the recommended receiver for this aircraft of Spektrum AR637T. If you choose to install different receivers, you can do
You can use whatever you want, but if you want to have the safe technology and everything else, there's no reason to not buy it with the technology already in the airplane.
I agree.
And they have, if this deal is still going, you could buy, they had a deal going where you got the Spektrum Smart Battery with the airplane when you bought it. Don't know if that deal's still going or not. Yes, Ryan, I understand the ESC is further forward. I was just curious of what that little black box was. Like I said, guys, first time having an airplane with a smart receiver in it. This is a learning experience for me. I plan on learning a bunch about it tonight. We're just getting it out of the box. I'm going to learn all about it this week and learn how to use all my smart stuff with it. And then I'm going to come back to you guys and show you how the IX-12 reacts with it, because I know the IX-12 is going to give you a full digital readout. Bring that stuff over here. Come on.
That's what I was going to do.
So let's talk about this stuff for a second. So that's the airplane, guys. If you got more questions, let me know. We're going to get some of our smart stuff out.
We'll get the boxes out.
Our buddy Pilot Ryan has been doing some awesome reviews of the smart technology stuff here lately. And we couldn't resist but get one over here and try it ourselves. So if you decide you need any of this stuff, go through the links. They're down in the description and hook our buddy up, you know. Help him out. We'd rather help each other out. Deal ending last week. Sorry, guys. Dang! I didn't know if the deal was still going. I figured I'd ask. But for a little while, they do this every once in a while. You get a free battery with your plane, and that's how we got this little deal going. All right, Cody. There you go. Cody, the receiver also has Safe Select. Yes. So this receiver has Safe Select in it. For you guys that are newer pilots, this is going to be a great thing, having that Safe Select. So if you have an issue or you have a hard time taking off or landing at WARBIRD, that's going to help you a lot with this airplane. So anyway, we're brand new to the safe technology, guys. Like I said, we've been watching our buddies do it lately, and we said, hey, we got to see what it's all about. And I got the little smart checker in earlier today, took it out of the box and was playing with it before the show because I wanted to make sure I knew how to work it at least a little bit before the show started. You know, I'm going to do full reviews of this stuff, but I got to sit down and play with it before I really want to do a full review for you guys because I want to know how it works. Gotta be honest. Well, we're not on the Top Shot. Hang on. All right. Well, here for a second, let's just show them real quick what we got here. Top Shot for a second,
the
Lori.
numbers of them. I mean, give them the model numbers and all that.
So we have, whoops, backwards, ups and down. So we have the Spektrum XBC 100 here. Smart checker. I've already taken it out of the box because, like I said, today I wanted to get myself familiar with it. So I took it out of the box so I could play with it. Hey, Lori, do you still have the E-Flite P-51 one? Anyway, here's that. So just to show you kind of how this works, I'm going to grab a battery here. This is just a standard dumb battery because I only have one smart battery right now.
Ryan said that
but just to show you,
it's a must.
You can still run a dumb battery in here, not just a smart one. Oops, helps if I plug it in right. So here's my standard battery plugged in.
You got a glare. Oops.
There we go. So it tells you my cell voltage, you know, 70% pack, 11.93 volts.
And it tells you
and
all three cells.
hang on, I'm trying to get it to focus right now. Come on,
glare,
you can do it.
Glare.
All right, hang on. Sometimes I don't want to focus.
Glare.
And, well, it's not focusing right now. Come on.
I get the idea.
Anyway, it'll tell you each individual cell voltage right here. And then you've got this menu. This is really hard, guys, because I'm not actually looking at it right now. I'm underneath it trying to do this. But you can go through all your different menus. Say I wanted to do like a servo tester, because the other cool thing is you can do servo centering and servo testing with this. So if I plug my servo in right here,
it says
and then
Wayne.
I figure out how to hold
Wayne,
it. Let's see.
There
we go.
Safe will protect your $600 investment.
There you go.
That's
so let's
way
say,
to look at it.
Let's say I wanted to check a servo with this. Right now it's in centered mode. If I double tap, oops. This is very difficult with not looking at the, there we go. So now it's in range test, so you can see it going back and forth, and it's checking that servo. You can also...
Well, guys, this is the first step to this stuff.
This is difficult right now, because like I said, this is above my head.
This will probably be the only thing you'll be able to get.
So, one tap.
Smart technology.
Just to show you, one tap takes it all the way to one way, centered, all the way the other way, and then you can hit the arrows to do fine-tuning on it. So this is an awesome way to have a servo tester now, and a battery checker, and everything you need in between in one tool. This thing is fantastic. This has got to be the best servo checker.
Got a question here is, does the smart checker work with life batteries? IFE?
I'm not sure about life batteries. I've never actually used a life pack. I know some guys use them on their transmitters, but I don't actually own any. Cody, are you still in here? Does this do life packs? I haven't had long enough time to read the instructions all the way through to find out. So anyway, there's that. Let's see. Hold. And back to the main menu. Not 100% sure on that. But anyway,
have to read the manual.
We'll have to read the manual and I can find out. Cody's right here. Such a cool device, guys, if you have the need for one. I have to agree. I think this, if you only get one Spektrum Smart thing, if you're not into the batteries yet, but if you want something that I think is the best value for money I've seen, this thing is fantastic, and everybody should own this piece of kit right here. To have your servo checker, your LiPo checker, everything in one, this is awesome. And if you're going to get into smart batteries, you can program your auto discharge through this piece of machinery right here. So you're going to want one of these if you get this. But even for a guy like me, I said I was using a regular battery right there. I can still test my regular battery. Like I said, not a smart battery. That's just plugging in the end. It tells me the voltage.
And what does this come in at? What's the price of this?
I don't remember.
Anybody got a clue?
Lori, look it up real quick. Stick it on the screen. Lori will put it up on the screen
I know
shortly.
everybody's going to ask that question.
Hang on, I got it.
So, and once again, like I said, you can actually test this battery just like that.
Is it like the Popeel Pocket Fisherman 1995?
And you can do it either way. You can plug them both in. You can just plug the balance lead in. There you go. There's just the balance lead. And it'll still tell you that. And this is on the standard one. Now, the cool thing is, if you go to...
Cody Adair says he believes it's just LiPo.
Okay, is it LiPo only? I'm not 100%
no, it's
sure.
all three of them, the most common.
LiPo, nickel metal hydride, and nickel metal cadmium by the look of it. Not 100% sure on the life, guys. I'll have to research that and look. Lori is going to the page right now, so maybe she can find out in the background. We also have our smart pack to run in our smart Mustang with our smart transmitter.
Kevin says it's
so,
$39.
there you go. Kevin just bought it, so he knows. $39.99. Lori's getting the product page. Throw it over there, Lori.
There you go.
Bam! There you go, guys. Product page is up on the screen.
Probably the only thing you gotta have.
Lori told me to sit down because I couldn't see me for a second there. But there you go. $39.99. We were getting it up on the screen. The battery is not that much.
Well, when the Popeel Pocket Fisherman was back in the 70s, so it would probably be $39.99 today.
There you go. There you go.
I'm probably doing myself.
For real, guys, if you're looking for a product, this is something I highly recommend. I mean, from the Boozer, it's something I've played with it for 10 minutes and said, yes, I love this. This is a fantastic item. Because I always had the cheapo servo tester, and it worked great. And then I had the battery checker, and but this is all in one unit. It's tiny, it's digital, it's easy to read. The menu's very easy to navigate on. And I really like this.
And I would think it would also discharge a dumb battery, right? Possibly.
Probably. I don't know yet.
I'm not going to say it probably.
I'm not going to say yes or no on anything until I actually get a chance to read the manual. But
just guessing, I would think it would.
Anyway. But I like it. This is definitely cool. I like it. Boozer's thumb of approval.
Well, let's see what that battery looks like. I want to see.
So Papa haven't got to see.
Does it have gauges on it? Or
no. Papa hasn't had a chance to see the Spektrum Smart battery yet. And then, funny enough, our smart battery, I don't have the adapter for to put this in here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's somewhere around here, but I know I can still plug this into, and that'll turn on right there. So there you go. So that all works. It looks like a battery, guys. I'm going to be real honest. But it has the lead that comes out of it right here.
Yep.
And I just to show you guys the same thing I'm looking at. There's a third lead. Top shot for a second. I know we're still looking at all that. But top shot for a second. So the big thing that changes this is there's this extra lead that comes out of here, and this is what's sending all the information back and forth. And then there's a computer microchip inside of this that tells it when to discharge, how many times it's been charged. I mean, it stores all kinds of things in this pack. Looks great. Feels great to me in my hand. It's a good sized battery, nice and thick. I don't know what else to tell you. It's a battery, guys. It's got a lot of nice smart technology in it that's going to be really cool. At the end of the day, it is still a battery. So there's only so much I can tell you about it, but that's the main difference I see is it's got that extra lead, and then we've got all the capabilities. The big thing to me on this over anything else is that auto discharge. Well, that is amazing to me. I get out to the field, I got 12 packs ready to go, and I get to fly 5, and I go home, and 2 days later it discharges itself.
Pay it forward says it's he says it about safe is your better way to save your $500 airplane. But if you look at all of this, it's the same thing. It's to keep
all about protecting your plane
and making sure that you have a good battery.
A good radio.
A good radio. I mean, everything is trying to get you to have a reliable system, and they just keep thinking of better ways to do this. And why not? If we have the technology.
Yeah, Lori has on the screen right now the smart battery charger. We don't actually own that yet. We'd like to try it eventually. It's just like I said, we buy all this stuff ourselves right now, and this is what we can afford, so this is what we got.
Yep.
But we're really excited to try it. This is the future. If I've ever seen the future of RC, this is it right here.
Right.
Having your battery where you don't have to set 2200 2.2 volts. What voltage do I need to set it to? You take this, you plug it in the charger, you hit start, and it comes out right, and you're done.
Reads and it knows what
you get to go to fly on Saturday, and you don't get to fly all your packs out 2 days later, or whatever you set them to. These things discharge themselves, and they put themselves at storage voltage. This is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And if I hadn't already bought a whole bunch of packs, and I'm waiting for them to kind of die and go through it, and this is what I'd be getting right now. Starting out fresh. You guys that don't already have a big investment in 6S packs, this is the way to go right now.
Kevin, I agree with you. I'm gonna have to fly this one.
Yeah, this plane is absolutely gorgeous.
This is down Papa's.
It's like we said with the Corsair when the Flightline Corsair came out. That was the definitive Corsair. We understand it, and we were, we ate our words. And when I saw this, I said another P-51. But now that it's in front of me. This is the P-51 right now. It is This is the best P-51 on the market.
Sorry, but it's the right size.
It's got the 6S power system. A lot of guys said it's the FMS P-51. Well, the FMS P-51 was 4S. You've got it.
Yep.
This is 6S. I guarantee you there's a big difference when you put a 6S pack in this plane.
Another thing, it's got the technology.
It's been updated. I love the wing connectors. I like the 3-piece wing. You're getting a lot of updated stuff in this that is really nice, guys. Are you going to bind with Safe Select? No, MJ143. I probably will not bind with Safe Select. I've been flying since I was 13, and I really don't need it. I can. It doesn't hurt anything to bind in Safe Select. So if somebody at the field wanted to fly the plane, I could throw it in safe and hand it to them. I just normally don't do it anymore because I really don't need safe. But that being said, I'm glad it's a feature in the airplane for somebody that's new, trying to get into the hobby, and they want a WARBIRD, and they want to have that insurance that, oh my God, my $500 plane, I can hit the button and it flies itself out of it and don't crash. It's a great feature. I'm not knocking it at all. It's just not something I use anymore, just because I really don't need it. I've crashed one plane last year, and it was because the tail servo quit working in it. Well, I crashed. No, that was the year before. Anyway, normally if I crash something though, something's wrong with the airplane, not me anymore. And I'm not trying to be cocky about that, but I've been doing it for going on 20 years now, so I hope I can fly an airplane.
And I've always said, what Papa does now that he's got so old is I use a phrase that somebody once used in the movie, you got to know your limitations.
Yep. You know, Papa stays out of the jets now for the most part. He flies the F-86, the Avanti, that kind of stuff.
I fly certain jets, okay, guys?
But he knows his limitations either.
I don't try to go...
The Su-30, he really wasn't going to try and get into it. Now, I absolutely love the Su-30, but it's one of those things. You've got to know your limitations. There's going to be some airplanes that are pretty difficult and might not be the one for you. Not to say you can't get them. Anybody can buy an airplane. But, you know, a lot of guys ask me a lot of the time. I had a guy today asking me, FMS Tiger Cat or E-Flite, what was it? The big T-28. Which one would you get? And so we went down a list of a bunch of different things, and you know, what have you flown? Where do you fly off and everything? And at the end of the day, I recommended he got the T-28. Not because the T-28's a better looking airplane or anything like that, but I know the T-28 is the easiest airplane to fly.
If you can get away from the size.
The size, and then the landing gear on it, you know, you got to be a little gingerly with it. We replaced the steering servo in ours with a standard size servo, and now it's not giving us no problems. The little servo on a quarter scale size plane is a little push.
Rough surface on your runway or get some snag.
But that being said, that E-Flite T-28 is the best foam plane they ever made.
Still say, if I only had one, that would be it.
Oh my gosh,
we
love
that way
plane.
Back in the videos, guys. I mean, that large T-28 just is a pussycat. If you can get away from, get your mind away from it being so large,
and
it's just
now I see a lot of guys asking about the motor ESC combo on this. I'm being honest with you. I'm brand new to having the smart ESC, smart receiver, everything. I have my IX-12 here. It's got the latest firmware on it. Like I said, this week I'm going to get this all hooked up. I want to get the telemetry on here. And then I want to do a series for you guys about how it actually works, what it sends to it, everything. I've been real curious about this for a while, and the best way to learn is we've got it here in front of us now.
And we got to play with it.
So we just got to play with it. It's not really... Yes, I can pick up the book and read about it, but until I do it, guys, it's just how it is. And I wanted to unbox it for you. I unbox these new planes every time.
We talked about batteries earlier, it's taking a 6S 5000.
Right, it takes the 6S 5000.
But the only thing they're recommending here is only a 30C battery.
Which, this is a 30C. That's the minimum you need for this airplane. Which most of them nowadays are going to be 30C.
And we went down that rat hole a while ago, so we won't go.
We're not going down that right now.
But just so you know, minimum of 30C.
So anyway, is there any questions about the airplane? Aside from the smart part of it, we're getting smart with everybody. We've been watching Ryan's videos lately. I know he's been doing a lot of smart stuff. But sometimes at the end of the day, to really learn it, you just got to get down here and dirty and play with it. Yeah. And so that's what we're going to do. We've got our tester, we've got our battery, we've got the plane with the smart ESC and the smart receiver, and we've got our IX-12. So we're going to put it all together here in the coming weeks, and we're going to put out some videos on what we think of it, what our verdict is. Are you trying to tell me something? Oh, I thought Lori was pointing at me. She was pointing at the dog. So, guys, I'm looking at the comments right now. Anything crazy? Not dangerous, but generally batteries if they're discharged. Yeah, speaking of the discharge, guys, if you didn't know about it, these auto discharge. I know we're beating this into your heads lately, but that is such a cool feature for the guys that have been in this hobby for a while. I don't know how many times it's happened to me where I charge up my batteries to go fly, and I get out there and I fly 4 or 5 flights, and I've got 20 batteries left charged up. To think my batteries are going to discharge themselves now. I love that. they're going to go to storage on their own. And it's like a slow, it's not like they discharge like this. It's slow drain. Anyway, was somebody being a bad boy?
No.
Oh, I just saw you get rid of somebody.
No.
What do you mean, Wayne? Good stuff, Dennis. Man, I hope everybody's really enjoying tonight's episode. Real quick, Lori, hey, for guys that are getting in late again, let's recap the Mustang. Let's recap a little bit. Can we have a top shot for a minute, Lori? I'm going to go over some of the parts again for the guys that are getting in late.
Well, and the big thing here is this center wing, guys.
Yeah.
The way it plugs in.
Three-piece center wing. I love how clean everything is. You know how you're used to seeing wires just sticking out? We're going to give a quick recap. You've got your inner gear door servos, nice and covered. They even put the covers on the inner gear servos, which is crazy to me. Wires are all ran nice and internally into this box, and then they go into the quick connects that we're getting used to seeing on the E-Flite planes. Nice wing. I love this feature here. They do not use screws on putting your outboard wing panels on. They just click into place and unclick, and you've got your embedded servo pieces here. Just to give you all this quick recap here.
What is the width of this, just so they know?
So here we go. We're throwing a tape on it.
About 31 1/4, guys.
31 1/4 inches. So this is going to fit into most small cars or anything else with the center section on. So the goal here is, I think, you put your center section on your Mustang and then you leave it on to go in the car. And the nice thing is the gear are in the center section of the wing, so you can leave the gear down and the plane setting on the center section without having to take this all apart to go to the field.
You could probably put this in the back seat of
a car,
a small pickup or something. If you had a extended cab truck,
and just to throw it out there again, here is your wing tips. The carbon spar right now is in the wing tips. They feel like they're pretty glued in there.
I think they're in there.
But there's your wing tip. Got your star and bar already mounted on it.
And I tell you what, this
it even came with the little fuel tube or pitot tube already mounted in the wing. I mean, they did a great job on this.
This is not a light center section either.
There's your
what this plane weighs.
Close up. I think it's like 9.5 pounds.
Yeah, that's a good question.
Rivets. Like I said, just giving you the recap. This is another, if you weren't here earlier, I like that they put this modeled piece of tubing. This is fuel parts, is what this is. This is a fuel canister for the under the wing. Excuse me, I can't breathe right now. Cody, we really do appreciate you being here tonight. I hope you're enjoying the channel, man.
The total wing length is 59 inches.
59 inches.
31 without
according to the manual.
And it's got, the fuselage is 52 inches long.
And these are going to key in. They key in on the center section or out here on the tips.
I really believe this would be an easy plane to
I'll grab this for a second. So these guys, just so you know, they key in right here. There it is, just kind of setting in there. But so that's going to be part of your center section, so you don't have to take these off for transport either. They can stay on that center section of the wing. Any other questions I've been missing, Lori? Nothing so far?
I must have missed the weight somewhere.
Let's give them one good shot down the fuselage.
Ryan says the center section is a solid chunk reinforced
It is.
all around the wheels.
Oh my gosh, yeah, that center section is solid.
It's solid. I was looking to see if it had any that I could see any. Man, this thing feels like a chunk.
And then that tail is beautiful. Look at that. Rivets on the trim tab, and then the, as Pilot Ryan pointed out to us earlier, the molded pieces to make it look like it's fabric. Gorgeous job on this model. And I love this paint job. This is definitely, you know, between this one and then the 1200 millimeter, they've got the version 2 paint job. So it was Blondie before, and now it's, oh, I can't remember the name of it, but the new P-51 1200 millimeter paint job, I really like that one with the invasion stripes on it. So since Cody's here, When's our 1500 millimeter P-47 coming to match this?
We like
Had to
all
throw it out there.
Warbirds.
All right, so
Like
front
me
view there. Had to throw it out there. Everybody that knows me knows I'm the P-47 guy.
So I want you to show the battery compartment.
Battery compartment? Sure, not a problem.
Well, another one.
That's what we're here for,
if
guys.
we're putting out orders, I'd like to have
here's-
a large B-25.
Yeah, we all do. So let me get this up here. So battery compartment, just to show you, there's our pre-mounted Spektrum receiver in there. And then the battery compartment,
It is actually.
it's a slotted key. Let me see here. It's fresh. So this pops out. So you can take this out, put your battery on. Here, I'll just show you. Let's just do it. Let's do it.
Do it.
Do
Move
it.
this over. Move it over front.
Well, I need the battery.
I
Don't
know,
take it away.
I'm trying to get rid of the.
Gosh.
Don't need that.
Let me see that
Use this
thing.
stinking thing.
So I don't know where it CG's yet and where I want my battery, but what I've done in the past with these kind of trays, like on the E-Flite, is I mark my tray with a black line.
P-47 release date 2042.
What did it say? P-47 2042?
Well,
Well, hey, it's coming at least.
Papa won't be around.
So the nice thing with these battery trays is you get your battery all mounted outside of the airplane. You can get it nice and tight, and then you don't have to try and fight with these battery straps in the airplane. This is, you know this.
Yeah.
So I know this seems like a small thing to guys that haven't ever had one of these battery trays before, but just think of last time you tried to strap one of these in a tight airplane. Now you get to pull it out on the table, strap everything, take this, set her down in the airplane, get it keyed in, and then you just slide your pack,
Yeah, and it snaps.
and then it snaps in just like that. Bam. And now our pack's all the way up in the nose. It's slid in nice and gently. I would fire it up for you guys, but it's
Still get to change the CG
Right.
if you want to. I
you
mean,
still
just
move
slide
it the
pack
same way
back
as
and
you're
forth.
used to. Yeah. You get done flying,
But
reach
you don't
in
have
there,
to search for the little Velcro
You grab
things.
that.
And
and you pull it out. And then you take the battery and just slide her out.
simple,
Hang on.
easy.
As long as I don't hit on
easy.
everything. And then that comes right out. Boom. Love it. Love that. That is the best invention ever for that. And like I said, if you need to change your CG, I always take these plastic ones that I've had in the past, and I'll write on here with a little line where I stop my battery at, and I'll write on there 5,000, 6,000, wherever I want it, and I'll write on this plastic thing with a marker. FMS P-47 1500, great plane, agreed. I wanted the 1700 and never got it. Always wanted that plane. Just never got the chance. I tried to get, what's his name, Kenny from Hangar 51 to sell me his, and he wouldn't sell me it because he doesn't like me and he's not my friend. Anyway,
Fire
so there's
it up,
that.
Wesley. Shoot.
what?
Fire it up, Wesley.
Fire it up! That's right. I'd love to fire it up, guys, but I can't. Don't forget. Let's go back to the front now, Lori. I think we kind of showed everybody that stuff. Somebody's blowing me up right now. Giggity. All right, Dennis. People are giving me hard times about strapping stuff to things, and we'll leave it there. I hope tonight we're kind of answering some of your questions about this stuff. You know I've told you from the beginning, I don't know everything about Smart yet. This is my first day with this. I promise you I'm going to learn it, though, and bring you the best video I can about the stuff as we go along and learn this process together. Eventually, I plan on trying the Smart chargers as we can afford them. That's kind of the only thing we do. We got one battery right now. We got one plane with it. We're going to get there. We did film the SU-30 this week.
Yep.
I got to throw it out there again. I love that SU-30. That plane is so neat. It flies so much different than anything else I've flown. Somebody had asked me a while back if you could hand launch the F-16 from E-Flite. Yes, you can.
And you can do it 3 different ways.
We can do it all kinds of different ways. We had so much fun filming it.
Yeah.
We hand launched an F-16 several times this weekend just for fun.
And it has no problem.
No problem hand launching that plane.
We did the
race wing style. We did the granny. We did the overhand. So I forgot who asked me about that. If you could hand launch that 70mm F-16, but you definitely can. And we had such a good time. We flew.
Do we have a video on that?
We do.
We do.
And
have
then,
a video.
Lori, do we have
We
that
do
sneak
have-
peek loaded up of the Ultrix? Isn't it called? It's called the Ultrix. Hang on. She's trying to get to it.
Yeah.
There's a brand new airplane just came out from E-Flite, or is it Horizon? I can't remember if it's an E-Flite or Horizon. Horizon Hobby distributes it. There we go. But it's called the Ultrix. It's a UMX plane, and Graves RC got like 5 of them in, and the guys at the club bought all of them. And we flew them all together this weekend, and you want to talk about a good time. The video's going to come out tomorrow, but I'm going to give you a sneak peek right now. Lori's getting it loaded up. So you're in for a treat tonight. She's getting it.
These guys are doing
We were having
crazy
fun. So I'm only going to
stuff.
give you like the first 20 seconds of the video. So I'll be quiet. You've got the sound going through, right?
Yep. I'm going to
All right.
actually mute you.
I'm going to be quiet for a second so y'all can hear this.
Guys, welcome to the Mary Boosters channel. Sorry. I don't know how to talk. Run. That'll be a good look, guys. Welcome to the Mary Boosters RC channel. Today, some of our fellow club mates are out here flying their new UMX Ultrix. Lori, give them a shot of this. They are having a ball. It's about 10 to 15 mile an hour wind out here. They've got the little guys just hovering together. Oh, nice. Look at that formation. Yeah, really. Who's this who? Oh, man, somebody's inverted.
All right, that's enough. They just get a little sneak. Put me back on to chalking. All right, so you only get a little taste, but can you tell that is going to be so much fun, guys? I'm not kidding. I've always told you flying with your friends is the best experience you can have.
All those guys out there with like,
oh my gosh,
12-year-olds out there playing with those little airplanes.
You know,
all trying to think of something else to do.
These are a lot of fun, these big $500 planes, but there's something about those UMX planes. They're cheap enough. They're durable. I mean, that one that hit in front of me, I mean, it went nosedive, 100 mile an hour right into the ground. I mean, it was, and it didn't hurt it at all. But I'm telling you guys, that was one of the most fun RC things I've done in a while, was getting all those guys out there, and we all had them, and they're all flying together, bouncing off each other.
Landing on each other.
Yeah, I landed them on each other, and oh my gosh.
Flying them under their legs.
We understand to be safe. We want to throw this out here. We understand being safe. It's a micro. You're not going to hurt each other hitting each other with it. We all had safety glasses on, all that kind of stuff. I know you can't do that with something this big.
No.
But we were having...
You can,
but you'd get hurt. But with those little micro things, we were having so much fun. And I can't wait. The full video is going to come out tomorrow, guys. Go check it out. I promise it's a lot of fun.
And they're $119.
$119? I don't remember.
Hey,
you know what? We got Lori behind the camera. We'll tell you exactly how much they are here in just a second. She's going to look it up for us.
I guarantee you these guys had more fun than $109.
Oh, yeah. We were having as much fun with those things as we were with any of the big stuff we had. So
we didn't even get to
$119.99 for the Ultrix. If you look at one of them and you want one, here we go. Pop it up on the screen. There it is. Brand new airplane. Video will be out tomorrow on it, guys. Like I said, we just were having so much fun.
You know, the funny thing about that, you can fly that thing anywhere.
Yeah, you don't have to go to a field.
You can go in your backyard.
It's under the weight rating to go to any park you want, whatever, and have a good time.
And
so
I mean, hey guys,
it flew great.
We had a 15,
15, 20 mile an hour crosswind, and everybody was
and
flying
this
them.
thing would
No problem. UMX is an amazing thing. Well, he remembers I had the pits.
Yeah.
And the UMX pits, he thought, whatever,
Well,
you know, he was coming from the
but-
big day. And he got a hold of it and said, you know, that's pretty good.
That was an amazing flying airplane. I mean,
Yep.
it was windy, and this little thing that weighed nothing.
Nothing,
We're
and-
out there, I mean, you know,
AS3X is a wonderful
10,
thing.
15 mile an hour wind.
Anybody that says anything different than AS3X is an amazing thing doesn't know what they're talking
What
about.
was
That
the other
is
one? What was the
one of the best technologies that's ever come out is AS3X. I mean, I'm not even just saying safe. I'm saying AS3X, the gyro stabilization to help in the wind. You can take a plane that flies like a dog in the wind and put AS3X in it, and it flies fantastic. So it's an amazing thing.
You guys need to come out and check out that video.
Oh yeah, tomorrow. We're going to put that one out tomorrow. We've got the T-33 video coming out this week, later in the week. We've got the SU-30 coming out probably next week. What else did we film? There was something else. Flex Innovations plane. You know, I'm one of those guys that's lucky enough to have a lot of good friends around me that have been letting me fly their airplanes, and that's how we get to bring you this content. It's not because we buy all of it, you know, but most of it is bought through one of our friends to get it here. You know, we've always been honest with you. If we've gotten an airplane given to us, we'll tell you about it. But
we're going to be honest.
We're always going to be honest about the planes.
Guys, but
This is a good one. We love it. If you've been on the fence about this P-51, get one. I mean, this is great.
You can just tell quality.
Quality airplane, yeah.
You know, if you've been around this long enough, guys, you can tell quality when you see it.
Now, I'm still saying my favorite jet right now, though, is that E-Flite F-16. I had so much fun. We were making fun of it. And you'll see the video in the future. We were calling it the Thunder Turd. The one that we were...
The thing was beat up.
Beat to hell. It had been crashed, knocked off the tail. Pieces were falling off while I was flying. And it just kept rocking and rolling.
And you couldn't even... When the guy was flying it...
Hangar 51, hello.
it was
Jeff's
going right
Custom
down
RC, welcome.
This flying is as good as it was the day it was new.
Kevin Farros, your AL300 or AL37 is still back here. We're gonna get there, man. We were maiden stuff left and right this weekend. Guys, we really do appreciate every week you guys coming by the show and enjoying it with us. We love it that you're here with us. How many do we got in here tonight?
We've got 59
Two.
now, but we had like 72.
Nice,
earlier.
Nice. Hi.
We don't care if
Well,
it's two.
We don't care, yeah. If there was two of you here, we'd still be here hanging out with you guys. But I'm pretty... my throat's dry.
Here, you want some water?
No, I want some of this. You didn't see me do it. I'm not flying, I can have it. Mmm.
I'm going to take a drink and I haven't.
I've been talking nonstop. I had to have a drink. Oh, we've got the E-Flite F-18 videos coming out, too. It's just a matter of having the time to get them all. Anyway.
Yep.
Do you guys do the show every Sunday? Yes, we do. Except we are not going to do it next weekend. I know it's Super Bowl Sunday. We are going to be at a wedding. I'm going to try and record something to premiere next weekend.
We can always run.
No promises, though.
I got a suggestion.
Uh-oh.
Let's rerun the Papa painting patch.
Oh, yeah, Papa Patches again.
For
Well,
all you
I'm
guys
just
that
being
didn't
honest with
watch
you
the
guys.
first time.
I will probably put something out next Sunday, but it will not be a full-length episode. I've always promised you I'd keep doing it. We've been over a year now of doing these every single Sunday. So you will get something, whether it's an airplane video, just a flying video, or something. There will be something next Sunday at 8 o'clock. I just can't promise it's going to be a full hour show next week.
Thank you, Michael.
Mitchell Farley, thank you so much again. I hope your dad is still enjoying his patch. I know he's seen some pictures of it, and he loved his custom painted Papa patch. So, yeah, guys, we do this every week, 8 p.m. A lot of fun here at the Mary Boozers channel. We usually do a video every Wednesday. Although we've been really busy with airplanes lately, so we've been doing 2 videos a week. So the weeks that we do 2 videos a week, there's usually one Monday and Thursday. But on our normal scheduled programs, when we're not in the middle of Joe Null or something where we're flying like crazy, we normally are Wednesdays. So
And then 2
just
weeks
got-
from now,
Hey,
we're
Mr.
going
Kitty.
to Florida Jet Fest.
yeah, we'll be at Florida E-Jet Fest here in 2 weeks. I've got to defend my title for best jet last year. I got the title for best flight and most pimped out jet last year. So, man, look at them dropping left and right now. Fred Barron, thank you. Cat, no.
And I was
Mr.
going
Kenny.
to bring a.
Leave the airplane alone.
I redid another complete paint.
He repainted another airplane for Florida Jets.
Actually done 2.
We've also got the A-10 that's fully repainted. That'll be a fun one. We're going to bring it.
They are? Okay.
Oh, yeah. Guys, we really do appreciate you guys every week. Fred, got to check that account. It's back up. Thank you, Fred. We really do appreciate it, man.
Yeah,
this guy
thank you,
has been
Fred.
supporting us from the very beginning.
He is a large.
He does have a channel, too. If you guys haven't checked out Fred Barron before, go over there and check out
Well,
Fred.
Hangar 51.
Hangar
got a
50.
channel.
We got a lot of
There's
channels.
A lot of guys. That
Jeff's Custom
got a
RC.
channel. I mean,
Jeff, I've been promising you I got to get you on the show, and I really do got to make that happen pretty soon. Eric RC, EQ Eric RC, I can't say your name right now. That gentleman came out to us. If you were watching our live show from Joe Null, he was in there with us. He's a fun dude. You know, it's funny, guys. I've been doing this with you for a little over a year now, and I've gotten to know so many of you through comments and, messaging back and forth. You know, if any of you ever have a question, you know you can reach out to me, and I've always tried to answer everybody I can as fair and honest as I can. And I've got to know a lot of you. So I love this. Every week, it's a lot of fun. It is a little bit, to dedicate the time to it every single week, but it's rewarding. We really enjoy every time we do it. We hope you learn, whether we're doing smart stuff or whoever. We do all brands and everything under the moon as long as we can get our hands on it. That's the biggest thing. We did our sailboat videos. I know a lot of guys have been waiting to hear about our sailboats.
We got that in the can.
They're in the can. We've got to just get them out. I've got my trucks. You can see them hanging up here. We've got our Vachira Ascender and our SCX-10 and our Axial Wraiths up here. We just got to get out there and start doing our trucks. Well, we definitely are going to do them. But you always will know that we are airplane channel at heart, even if you see some of the other stuff on here, because we still love all aspects of RC. As long as we're doing it with our friends and having a good time, we want to do it. So that's how that goes.
I've been doing it since '82.
I've been doing it since '98.
Yeah, somewhere in there. So we're long-time RCers. Not to say that sometimes we've taken a little bit of break.
Yeah,
between
girls and college and all that stuff gets in the way sometimes.
If it ever gets in your blood, it never goes away, and that's the way it is.
I just got here. Thank you, man. We really do appreciate it. I've been seeing him around too. I was in the RC Sailors live chat for a little bit last night. I saw him in there. Those guys have been really good to us lately too. And maybe we're going to be flying with them here in the near future. So that would be a lot of fun, hanging out with the RC Sailors. It's just good times. We're blessed here at the Boozers channel. We've been very blessed. And I can't wait to get back to Joe Null again this year and see each and every one of you fly together. Lori, poke your head in here real quick. Everybody always wants to see Lori. Guys, she's going to be off of the channel for a second here, so she can't be messaging me. But this is a family thing. So here she is, the Mrs. Boozer popping in for a second. Hi, everybody.
You didn't fix your hair, Lori.
No, I didn't.
But this
That's why I'm
is
always off screen.
half of the fun of this thing, guys. This is a family affair. We do this together as a family, father, son, my wife. The reason this works and the reason that we enjoy what we do every week is we do it together. And I've told you that, and I'll tell you it again. If you're going to do RC, do it with your friends, do it with your family. It'll just make it that much better. At the end of the day, these are just foam planes. But if you do it with your friends and your family, I mean, it makes the fun and the enjoyment it can be. So anyway, I'm about done tonight, guys. I've had a wonderful time. We're going to get this plane built. I'm going to learn how to use all of my smart stuff here to teach you about. We're going to get Papa all smart.
Forget that one.
You missed it out earlier. Real funny quick story before we cut out here. He got here and his phone, every time he texted on it, would say Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, whatever he was hitting. And he was like, what did I do to my phone? I said, I have no idea. So Lori had to spend 10 minutes figuring it out.
When you're standing somewhere and you're trying to do it.
He's like, I got a text.
Somebody's looking at you going,
Bravo, Charlie, Alpha, whatever.
And it's loud. And I'm going, I looked at that phone for an hour and I couldn't. Lori had it maybe 10 minutes and finally did it. So anyway.
Well, guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. As always, if you have questions or want to talk to us, you can always reach us on Facebook or Instagram or right here at the Merry Boozers channel. Just leave us a question. We'll gladly help you out with any of your concerns or needs. It's been a fun night as always.
Well, and we still got the calligraphic thing.
That's right, too. If you want any of the Merry Boozer stickers and things, we've got those at Calligraphics. We've got our shirt store at Teesprings. They're all linked in the description.
We still haven't got no boobies.
No boobies yet. They're coming eventually.
Lori's got too many girlfriends either having babies or getting married.
All we're doing lately, we're going to weddings and all kinds of stuff.
We got we got 2 to go through. I got 2.
I got a wedding next weekend, and then we got Eric's coming up. So anyway, we're just busy right now, but we promise to keep bringing you the best quality content we can. Cody, thank you for coming to the channel
Cody,
tonight,
thanks,
man. We really enjoyed it. Come back and visit with us each
like
week.
Your product. Great.
Horizon Hobby is doing some great stuff right now, and we really do enjoy it. Guys,
well, we've always liked Horizon.
We've always liked it, yeah.
Good products.
Like I said before, get out there. Winnie, the dog is scratching the heck out of himself. Get out there and fly with your buddies. RC's always more fun with your friends. We're going to see you later.
And I say always, we're living a good life.
See y'all later from sunny Florida.
Thanks for coming.
Bye, guys. We really had fun.
Yeah.
See ya.